Hello, my name is the Gaming Critic. When I heard Tekken 7 was coming out to arcade, I was waiting so patiently for its console release. Then, it was confirmed that on June the 2nd, Tekken 7 would be released on consoles. The Tekken series would have to be my favourite fighting games of all time, mainly because I grew up with it. In case you're wondering what's my favourite nostalgia Tekken game, it would have to be Tekken 5. And with Tekken 7's release, I couldn't wait to play characters like Jin Kazama, Paul Phoenix, and Martial Law. But the one thing I was getting more excited for Tekken 7 more than anything, and it's the fact we could possibly see the end of the feud between Heihachi and Kazuya Mishima. After giving it some thought, I decided to try and not spoil the story. Do expect some minor spoilers, but I'll try my best and not spoil anything major. And with that being said, let's review Tekken 7. Published by Bandai Namco Entertainment and developed by Bandai Namco Studios, Tekken 7, the console edition, was released in 2017. It was released on Xbox One, PlayStation 4, PC, and was released in arcade in 2015. Time to talk about the story, and again, I'll try not to spoil anything major, because Tekken 7 has probably one of the most darkest stories in the Tekken franchise. There's also a lot of questions that get answered in this story, like how the Devil Geno started, and among other Tekken mysteries. It does have a side story regarding Jin Kazama, and it also has character episodes, but at the same time, it never gets rid of the main focus, which is the feud between Heihachi and Kazuya. They've been going at each other since the very first Tekken game. Kazuya wanted to kill Heihachi for killing his mother, Kazumi. Heihachi throws Kazuya off a cliff because he's too weak. But what Heihachi didn't know, that it unlocked the devil inside Kazuya, allowing him to survive and climb back up. He swore revenge on Heihachi and promises that he will kill him. From there, both of them would go on and try to one-up against each other. Heihachi will throw Kazuya off a cliff again, but this time in a volcano. Kazuya will leave Heihachi surrounded by jacks, leaving him to die. Oh, which reminds me, in this story, you can revisit and play the intro of Tekken 5. When I saw you can actually play it, I was excited, hence why I wanted to play Tekken 7 even more, because Tekken 5 was an awesome fighting game in my opinion. You also see Akuma. For those who don't know who he is, he's basically a character from Street Fighter. He was told by Kazumi to repay her debts by killing Kazuya and Heihachi. All the build up and all the anticipation from Tekken 1 all the way to Tekken 7 leading up to Kazuya and Heihachi's final battle. And that's all I'm going to talk about. I could just spoil major parts about this story right now if I wanted to, but I decided against it because this story is so epic and so badass, I decided to let you guys find out for yourself rather than me just talking about it and ruin great parts about it. So, let's get on to the next topic, the gameplay. The gameplay is the same Tekken style that we know and love, but adding two new things. The first one is the slow motion. You lose. And the second one is the Rage Art, which allows the player to execute critical attacks, damaging 30% of the opponent's health. Unfortunately, there's no replays when you defeat your opponent, which is a shame because I think the replays was one of Tekken's biggest highlights. It's cool that we get to see new characters like Claudio and Master Raven, but there's a ton of other characters that are not included. What happened to Craig Murdoch, Lei Wulong, Julia Chain, Ora McKean, Christina Monteiro, and Anna Williams? Maybe that might be announced as DLCs in the future. Of course, just like in my Injustice 2 review, it can take a while to get used to the controls of every character, but once you get used to it, you become a badass. A new feature they added was the treasure battles. You fight against other characters, and the more you win, the more prizes you win and you'll be able to use at character customization. There are 10 loadouts for each character to customize. Ever want to have Hwan dressed as his old self? Well, now you can. Ever want to see Devil Jin wearing a Bullet Club shirt? Well, now you can. Ever want someone to wear a frog in his head? Well, strange as that seems, now you can. But I don't know if I'm a huge fan of the character customization, as most of the clothes you put on is the same clothes for each character. There are a few clothes for each character that stands out, but most of the clothes are the same. Same with the headwear, glasses, and face paint. There's just nothing different about them. It's all the same. I think they could have done a bit more with the character customization. But I do like having 10 loadouts and being able to wear a Bullet Club shirt.
Bullet Club for life.
There's also the jukebox, where you can choose which songs from all past Tekken games you want to listen to. I think it's pretty cool to put in songs from your nostalgia days to make your very own playlist. Then you have the gallery. From Tekken 1 to Tekken 7, you can look at photos and videos from each game. You can even look at all the endings from each character in each game. It's great to see Tekken back on consoles. When the last proper Tekken game, Tekken 6, was released in 2007, I was thinking that with all the other fighting games involving, like Mortal Kombat and Injustice, the Tekken series might have slowly died over the years, mostly because it's been a long time since a proper Tekken game was released. And was it worth it? Yeah, it was worth it, especially how deep and dark they put into the story. If you like fighting games, then you'll definitely love Tekken 7. Tekken 7 gets 8 out of 10.
まさか母が平八と俺を殺そうとしていただととんだ茶番だ
With Crash Bandicoot Insanity coming out very soon, I've decided to go back and review one of the most recognizable characters in the video game industry, Crash Bandicoot. Now, I've already reviewed Cortex Strikes Back, Warped, and CTR Crash Team Racing. So I guess the next Crash Bandicoot game I'm going to review is the original Crash Bandicoot game. So join me next time as we go back in time and review the first Crash Bandicoot game on PlayStation 1.
Just